Well, good evening. It's Friday, January 25th. And here we go. The big story of the week. The big story of the day. They're throwing so much stuff out there that you can't keep up. Epstein. Did he kill himself? Killing of the general. The downing of Flight 752. Now we got a coronavirus. And in no way am I promoting any hate toward anybody. I'm just showing some pictures that I've taken off of Google search and taken some screenshots of. And I got a bunch. Been going through them, thinking about this. Imagine that, there's a dog. She's got a hot spot on her leg, and I had to put one of them cones on her head so she quit licking it. And she's kind of noisy with it. But anyhow. That spray you put on there didn't stop it. But I better get going here. But this tablet, for some odd reason, like many recording devices, kicks off at 33 minutes. Quit recording. I might end up having to make a part 2 tomorrow night. Alright, let's get going here. Most people that are awake already know this stuff, but somebody might run across this, or hopefully somebody that knows me, family, friend, or neighbor, get curious, and they don't know these things. But government is derived from the Latin verb, I don't know how you pronounce that, meaning to control. Latin noun means mind, to control the mind, government. Now, most people don't even know this. They say you're a conspiracy theorist. Why would they lie? Well, because they can. Remember when Obama repealed the propaganda ban about spreading news, spreading their propaganda? Now, as far as I know, this is still in effect because Trump didn't undo it. They can unleash the unleashing of thousands of hours per week of government-funded radio and TV programs. They can deliver their own propaganda. Basically, mainstream can lie to you with no repercussion. And you can't really say anything on here to really point a finger at who is responsible, because it's all about hate if you do. Making it laws that I won't even go there. Nah. I want to, but as soon as I do, I'll get another hate speech strike. Just for talking fact and reality and the truth that's even in God's Word in Revelations 2:9. This is just some screenshots of some articles. Trump never repealed it. It's still out there. All right, the coronavirus. And I've seen this pop up on other people's channels when they first started mainstreaming it. This image people could show. It's been out there for 3 or 4, maybe 5 days now. Told me something right off the bat. And I even commented in their comments, pointing it out to people so maybe they would see it. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Look familiar? You've seen this in all kinds of articles in the mainstream and then supposed truth channels on here, that how soon they forget the manipulation of the media over 9/11 and believe everything that the media is putting out there again. Is it true? Is it fake? I don't know. But if you should happen to want to add up all those numbers singly in the orange, would you be surprised to know that those numbers in the orange add up to 33? And that orange is the only number that adds up to 33 in numerology. And Thailand adds up to 33. So you're actually looking at a triple 33. Remember the High Mason of old wore double 33? That caught my eye immediately, and that was the first thing I seen. Now the numbers have all changed, but they always come out right off the bat and tell you things, show you things. And then as time goes on, that numbers have got to change. And could that be what they use to lock down the human race? Whether it be true or not. Coronavirus. The meaning of corona. A ring of colored lights seen around a luminous body as the sun or the moon. Corona. A ring of color. I might need that one again. The blackness of space, but we won't go there this time. Color around, a ring around the sun and the moon. And I'm pointing this out for many reasons. Statue of Liberty is not what we was told. The illuminated ones say it's the light bearer, the secret societies, sun rays above the statue's head, sun worship, Baal, Nimrod, whatever name you want to give them. Now, who worships the sun? I don't know. I'm just showing a picture taken off of. Back in 2016, I took these pictures, screenshots, off of Trump Towers, his apartment. I looked it up before the election ever happened, because I almost voted for him. Then when he said he denied the birther, told me he was a liar right then. So I didn't vote for anybody, and I never will again. I see now. But anyhow, sun worship. There he is, doing his little Masonic hand sign. His apartment, arrayed in sun worship. And this disappeared after he got elected. This thing sitting right on the coffee table. I took this screenshot from pictures back in 2016, the statue. You can't find it there no more. Because it's striking resemblance to this satanic statue that they wanted to put in Detroit. Just saying, just some pictures. Predictive programming. We've seen this. We know this, but some people might not have. This was before the election in 2000. The Simpsons. And there's some things I've caught off of, and I'm nothing special. Don't believe a word I say. But I've caught off of watching sitcoms and movies. And here's one. This was a Drake and Josh show. Can you see the K? K is the 11th letter. 9. Or it's a 2 in numerology. 9/11. But if you look over here, you got 777. And this was way before the election. Trump was 70 years, 7 months, and 7 days old when he took the oath. When he got the letter from North Korea, looks like a giant envelope. Looks just like a Masonic apron. Then he went over there to Saudi Arabia. And who can't forget the... What are they doing? Sure looks creepy to me. And it's a predictive programming about 9/11. I'm just going to show some that I've caught. This was from Trading Places, the train. 974. If you add the 7 and the 4, you got 11. 9/11. That was way before the towers. Oh, let me show this just in case somebody's wondering that's never seen this before. That's how you get your numerology. Zeros never count. This was from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. 4 and 6. Well, the N is a 5. So 4 and 5 is 9. 5 and 6 is 11. That was on top of the cab near the start of the movie. And this was a big one that just blew me away when I looked at this upside down a couple of years ago. Alice in Wonderland. The Mad Hatter. Everything's upside down and backwards in this world. 9/11. How far down the rabbit hole have we come? Home Alone. When I got in the van to go to the airport. Right there in the dash. 9/11. The Matrix. The license plate. I hope this is showing up. Not too dark. But it's AA034. Remember, zeros never count. The A is 1. So the 2 A's is 11. But if you add up the AA34, that's 9. 9/11 in the Matrix. That's what it added up to. And this was a big one. These are just some that I've come across myself, but I'm not saying that I'm anything special. Some other people might have seen them too, but I've never seen these online other than when I've put them out there. Stars, the Enterprise, NCC 1701. The N is a 5, C is 3. So you add up to NCC, you got 11. 171 adds up to 9. 9/11. Or you could get a 9/11 out of that too. Right on a Starship Enterprise. That was part of the programming of the blackness of space, right? Fast time at Richmond High. If you take coming from here, going down, add up the 4 numbers, you come up with 9. Then you add up the last 4, you come up with 11. 9/11. And Dang it, it eludes me the name of this show right at the moment. But that was on the door. 116. Turn it upside down and backwards. You got 911. And this goes way back. Dick Van Dyke Show. It was about the third episode. She's going to find Rob at a motel room. Can you see the number? Upside down and backwards, 911. Taxi. I just caught this about a week ago. I was watching an episode on YouTube. Keep sticking this stuff in my feed. That and all the mainstream garbage. But 1124. 2 and a 4 is a 6. Turn that upside down, just like these other two I showed you. 911. Upside down and backwards. This was a big one, Top Gun. If you look and take the 4 and the 5, that's a 9. Then the next three, 416, that's 11. 911. The license plate also says the wheat state, the harvest. And this caught my eye too in it. You got 4 bottles of Heinz ketchup. And who married into the Heinz dynasty? Who ran against Bush in the election? Who's both were members of Skull and Bones. Why was the 4 bottles pointing to him and they changed their mind? Why did Hillary Clinton get so mad? She thought she had it won, but the powers to be, not your vote, decided. The harvest. The wheat state in that license plate. The harvest concert. 91. 91's everywhere. The harvest. Let both grow together until the harvest. In that time of the harvest I will send my reapers. Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles, and burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. The harvest concert, Vegas. Jason Aldean. Illuminati card. Showing the ace and a jack. Right? That's his tattoo. Most people that are awake already know this. And up above it is the black sun. Jason Aldean, if you take the name Jason Aldean, adds up to 33. Let me get this back up here. In case somebody don't know this, but most people do. It was on October the 1st, right? I'm sorry, hang on. Bear with me here. The jack in playing cards is a 10. That's a face card. The ace can either be 1 or 21. So you got 10-1, September the 1st. It was even on his tattoo. It's just uncanny. This guy here, yeah, that guy there, that was part of the stage at Vegas. Vegas, the concert out here in the field. How far away that was. You got the largest pyramid in the United States. And there's the obelisk. There's the Sphinx. All Egyptian. The brightest light on top of that pyramid pointing up. The shooter, I won't go into how many rooms that is. But if you add up the unbroken windows, there's 9. 2 broken ones. There's 2. 9. Add those 2. 11. Remember how far away that is for the shooter to shoot somebody in that field? My buddy. This guy here 2 days later, after taking 3 shots from an assault rifle from that distance. Boy, that guy had to be a great shot. Wouldn't that gun jerk an assault rifle? Hit him 3 times in the chest. There he is laying there, done him. I have an IV in. Trump goes out there a couple days later. FEMA. Look up here. Now, the coronavirus. Is it real? Is it hoax? Is that what they're going to use? Or people dying? I don't know. I'm not trying to spread any heat, any fear, or hate, or anything like that. But the same people that are telling us that told us this guy here, Jason Seaman, was shot 3 days previous to this picture here. In the arm, the gut, and the hip. That was 3 days before this picture was taken, as he's standing on a podium promoting a GoFundMe page. This was 3 days after being shot, the gut, the hip, and the arm. Walking out. I'm just showing it. Did he get shot? I don't know. There he is walking out without a cane. No visible sign of a bandage. That same day, he goes to a baseball game. Spends a day at a baseball game. Mind you, 3 days earlier, he was shot at close range in the gut, the hip, and the arm. There he is at the baseball game. 91. Remember the Harvest 91? He's got a 1 on his shirt. That's a kid that put up his GoFundMe page for him. 9/11. 3 days after being shot in the gut, the hip, and the arm. He's at a baseball game. Everybody's wearing those 91 shirts. Even the Indianapolis Colts wore 'em. It was a big thing, boy. Big thing. He's sitting on a steel chair. There he is at the baseball game. Walking around. I saw this thing here in his pocket. I thought, well, okay. Maybe that's something. So I zoomed in. I'd almost get that's a wallet or a cell phone or something. I don't see nothing. Would indicate that he was shot 3 days earlier, but, you know, the news tells you he was, so. Now, these are the same people. You turn on that lie vision, are telling you about the coronavirus. Sun worship. And this little girl here was shot 7 times. This was 6 weeks after. She's in a parade. Nobody's seen her for 6 weeks, and then she's in a parade. Shot 7 times at close range. This is what the news said. Not me. 1 time in the face. That was Noblesville, Indiana. DeMolay boys. I know this says 2013, But there's the Malay Club in Noblesville. Carmel, right next to it. Clinton, he's in the Malay boys. Here's one I just found. Take a close look at their wearing apparel. World leaders. Bush and Putin together wearing Masonic robes. And these are the same people telling you about the coronavirus. Said this truck traveling at 60 miles an hour hit these 3 kids and killed them instantly. Well, I guess instantly, they never said. But I never did ever see in any footage there was ever an ambulance. 60 miles an hour. Just barely got past the bus and pulled over to the side. Not a drop of blood on the highway that I could ever see. Not a drop of blood on that truck that I can see. Look how quick he got stopped at 60 miles an hour. This is their story. I've got it on tape. Oh, let's not leave this guy out. Do you believe everything? Do you really believe everything? Remember the Arch of Bell? No, it's a Freedom Arch, what they're calling it. No, it's a gateway to hell. It was in Washington, D.C. At the same time, the global concert was in New York. Same time, the Judge Kavanaugh scandal in Washington, D.C. Do you follow my drift? And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon unto blood before that great and terrible day of the Lord's return. Pillars of smoke. We are living in a time like no other. Back to the Future 2. Look familiar? The double tie. These are the same people that said Flight 77 hit the Pentagon. Just showing the pictures. A jet airliner did that damage to the Pentagon. A jet airliner did that damage to the Pentagon. Flight 93, Pennsylvania, passenger jet. These are on Google search. Anybody can find them. These are the same people that put this out on New York Times. They're proof that they killed the general. Which, boy, they're pumping out so many news stories nowadays so quick. That's their proof. Right off of their own news article for all to see. No, I'm not spreading no hate. Not centering out any group of people. Donald Trump caught on camera, asked when he was in London about Prince Andrew. He looked right at the camera, said, "I don't know the man." Said it twice. "I don't know the man." There he is with Prince Andrew. There he is again. I think that's just the same one as the last, but in a different perspective. This one here has to be decades old. There he is with Jeffrey Epstein. There he is with Jeffrey Epstein. Let's see, 30 minutes. I'll get through this and not have to come back. I was watching a flat earther, and he didn't catch this, but I sure did. SpaceX, one of their launches. Hope the next one will show it better. Look at the shadow coming from that way. Look at the shadow coming from two separate directions. This one shows it better. See that? Two separate light sources. That's probably totally fake. Totally fake. Same people. The forest fires in California. Look at the houses. Gone. Obliterated. Trees all the way around it. And in the middle. Same people. Same people. Flight 752 shows you all these bodies. Go look. Google it. Find some big parts of a fuselage to warrant all them bodies. I couldn't find it. That's just me. And everybody wants to follow RT. I watch him because you do get better information. Rick Sanchez. If you watch just about the start of every one of his half-hour shows, he throws out the devil horns. He's no different. I'm almost at 33. This was on the 9th, Friday Night SmackDown. They've been doing that on the wrestling a whole lot. Somebody holding up that flag. Almost at 33. Oh yeah, here's what they do with their referees, even holding up the hand of the winner. Holding up the hand of the winner. Yeah, we live in a world where it's upside down and backwards. Everything. I had more here, but that's enough. Love y'all. Down the road.